what?
I do.
Yeah, you gotta send.
Here.
Wait, do you have another one though?
You can use mine.
Well, then what are you gonna use?
I don't think I need to. I heard messed up on the throne.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Thanks.
Yep. Alrighty.
No.
We need to finish this. And then the other one is essentially the same. What do you say?
Can we put this on record so I can
It is. It is recording. Alright, so where we're at right here is all we have left is our direct expenses. So we're going to go
He said he's gonna burn my book.
direct expenses. So that means anything that says whatever expense dash books, and those only. So as I look around, I see it's basically starting on line 46 and it's going through 50. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only see 5 direct expenses. So this should go pretty fast. Advertising expense is $23.10. Depreciation expense, store equipment is $34.50. Payroll tax expense of $45.83.97. We have supplies expense.
That is so disgusting. That's not good.
$8.24. Oops, I skipped one.
No, not that. He's saying he's gonna.
54,248.
No. No. Is he gonna start rolling? Yeah.
Can you see it on yours? Do I need to get tighter?
It's good.
We can actually see it.
Well, good deal.
I think the lady bug just HD today.
We'll thank Bailey for the pen.
Probably get mad at me, don't tell her.
All right, I won't.
Because Claire's found out she's being a laugh record. She spilled stuff all over it.
So I got to add up these 5 numbers. And I get I get 65,000 416.07. And then that is going to give me my total departmental margin. And I find that by subtracting my gross profit on operations, or I take my gross profit on operations and subtract my direct expenses, and I'm going to get
How did you get 07?
Maybe you're working on it, right?
how did I get 07? How did I get 07?
I got 65 or 1597.
You got 65 what?
Or 1597.
All right, I messed up. McGee caught my mess up. Advertising expense is 2310.10.
Good job, McGee.
2310.10. So I subtract those now, and I get 79,488.43.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. And you check it on your worksheet, your departmental margin, it should come out to be the exact same, 79,488.43. So we're right on target. So now we give it a double underline all the way across. And all we have to do now is figure our percentages for these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So I'll start at the bottom. McGee, you're starting at the top? You still divide it by the net. Yep.
Trade the dealer, find the suppliers.
$34.0.
I think this game is just about.
$28.0. .3. $23.2. $2.0. You got the first two, McGee? So that's 1.0. 1.5. And that's all there is for that part. Page 1 in the books. And now we get to do the exact same thing for the other department. So we are Kalos Day. for music. And I'm going to use the sheet that we just did for the entire setup for the one we're doing now. Except for I'm not going to make this mistake. I'm going to operating revenue. And that means we have sales. Sales for music. $226,952.50 less sales discount and sales returns and allowances. Sales discount, I see $1186.92. $1094.18. I'm on a roll today, fellas. Watch out. 1094.18. Alright, so I'm adding those up.
What page do you get these numbers from?
I'm getting these from 112. At the bottom of 112.
People keep asking me that.
I get 2281.10.
Lowest to me.
Gives me a net sales of that minus that. And that is 224, 671.40. We know that's 100%. That's 0.5.
That's terrible.
That is 0.5. And that's 101.0. Cost of merchandise sold.
She's dead.
All right, my merchandise inventory for January 31st, I get from,
Mr. Qualley,
what?
can I tell you a story?
No. Afterwards. Well, I'm on a roll here. I don't want to mess it up. Merchandise inventory, trial balance is 138,921.20. So we go 138,921.20. And then we're going to start this process over for purchases. Purchases for music, I see 98, 844.50. And then I got to subtract my discount. and my purchases, returns and allowances. I see $1255.38. And $2036.92. That's going to give me net purchases. After I add those two up. I add those two up, and I get $32.92.30. I take 98,000 minus 3, and I get 95,000. 552. Total cost of merchandise available for sale is that plus that. So I've got that. Gives me 234. 473, excuse me. 40. Less merchandise inventory on December 31st. And that number I get from my balance sheet. It's line 5. So 129,903.20. And that's going to give me my cost of merchandise sold. So that minus that, it's going to give me this number. $104,570.20. And that's going to give me my gross profit. On operations. So I'm going to take my net sales minus my cost of merchandise. $120, $101.20. Now I'm going to fill in these percentages, all based off the 224, 671.40. McGee, you going to start on top? $53.50. $46.5. 57.8. Uh-oh. We have a bigger number. 104.4. You got the rest of them, McGee?
I don't know which one to do for this one.
Which one?
The one you're on.
It's this number.
Okay.
.9. What's the other ones?
100, 0.5, 0.5,
What's this 138?
that one is 61.8.
Okay.
And then 44.
Okay.
And 0.6.
All right. Last little part. And we've got our direct expenses. And we have the same ones. What's the matter, Kara? $1538.20. 37.8 is for depreciation.
What?
What are you getting again?
$47.
What are you getting? Seriously, don't know what you're getting. Okay. That's all I want. Of course.
Oh. Add those up.
Is it fun? Do you like teaching accounting?
I love this.
Really?
I do. It just makes sense. I like things that are rational.
Do you like business law?
Yeah.
Not our class.
Do you want to do business law?
So now I'm going to take my gross profit minus my direct expenses.
Oh, I got it. I put your name for a second, so that's what I was saying.
$62,298.65. We figure our last set of percentages. You starting on top, McGee? And we get 27.8. $25.7. It's 0.3. $21.2. You get the rest of them, McGee?
Yeah.
What do you got?
1.8. 1.7.
We need to check to see if our 62,298.65 matches. I should have done that first. Hopefully it does. 62,298.65. 62,298.65. Right on it. This has been so much fun. I'd say we keep going.
No.
Ooh. No, this one's significantly different. All right, next thing we got to make.
Miss Polly said I could do my story today.
You can. We have 20 minutes.
We got 15 minutes.
Okay, tell your story.
Oh. I want to get done with this so that way we can move on to chapter 5.
We still have 4 or 5 left. Huh?
I'm gonna
This is.
I gotta write this crap down.
All right, so what this is going to do is it's going to take all of your departmental information and then your overall company information and figure our income after everything's all done. So you can see you've got your departmental stuff, and these numbers we've already figured, so they'll be real easy. And then it's just a little bit of stuff here and there. So we start with net sales, and I'm going to get my net sales amounts from the previous 2 pages that we just did. So my net sales for books is my $233,909.80. And my music is $671.40.
Could you like zoom in on it?
It's no good right now. Ladybug's all out of kilter now.
Whoa. Dude, look how clear that is. Turn the
No. It looks good. I can see it from here.
Yeah, my computer won't turn on.
Alright, so then I've got to add these two across to give me my total amount. So I get 458, 581, 20. And then everything's as a percentage of net sales, so my total net sales, that's 100%. And then I've got cost of merchandise sold. And for books, I see 89,005.30. And for music, I'm getting this number from right here. I see 104,570.20. And I'm going to add those across. You get 193.
What is net sales books?
That's for their book department in your music.
What is the number, that first number?
233,909.80.
230.
193, 575.50. And since I've already got the number in the calculator, I'm going to divide 193, 575.50 divided by 458, 581.20. And I get 42.2. And that's going to give me
You're welcome.
gross profit on operations. And you can do one of two things. You can subtract those and get it, or you can just look on the sheet. I'm going to look on the sheet. And for the first one, I'm looking at 144,904.50. And for the next one, I get 120, 101.20. Add those across. Get 265, 005, 70. I've already got the number, so I divide it by 458, 581.20. Get 57.8. And then I'm going to take my total direct expenses. And for books, it is 65,416.07. And for music, it is 57,802.55. Add those across. Get 123, 218.62. Divide that by 458, 581.20. And I get 26.9. And then the last one for the top part, I get departmental margin. And that is 79, 488, 43, and 62, 298, 65.
Plug my internet back in and plug my cable back in.
Add them across.
You guys unplug my computer. I'm not saying, maybe you did it, so.
You get 141, 787. Oh wait. Divided by 458, 581.20. 30.9. Alright, then, so this is all my departmental stuff, and now I just need to figure my indirect expenses. So my indirect expenses, I'm going to find those on the worksheet. And on the worksheet, it's basically anything that isn't tagged with music or books. So I've got credit card fee expense all the way through federal income tax, or all the way through utilities expense, and then we'll figure the end. So indirect expenses, credit card fee expense.
She's almost dead. I didn't have time to charge it last night. Speaking of credit card expenses, my credit card got hacked. This is my story. I
We're,
don't know.
we're almost there. Got depreciation expense.
It's alright, though.
Office equipment is 2,400. I've got miscellaneous expense. I skipped one.
It's based off your income. I have to look up, but
I skipped insurance expense, so I'll just put it at payroll tax expense.
Did you say you had it before you were 18? It's literally illegal in Iowa. You got a credit card before you were 18. Then it's not a credit card.
It's a credit card.
You're not legally allowed to have a credit card before you're 18 in Iowa.
It's through fellas.
That's illegal.
Okay, well, they let you have it when you're 16.
You might co-sign on it.
Salary expense. Admin.
Got a Buckle credit card now, and then warehouse one.
31, 380.
No, because you have to trouble with that now.
Dad's got like 5.
I got one of the Buckle because you have to take some of it. That's it. Just Google it.
Sorry. And then I've got uncollectible accounts. It's 32.55. And utilities.
I didn't. It's through Kirkwood. It's gonna have Kirkwood's like interface or something.
Okay. We'll add these up and be done. Total indirect expenses. Alright, so I gotta add these all up. Dang it, it's a lot of numbers. And what I'm going to do is, if I look at this total from the income statement debit column of $90,838.55, if I subtract my federal income tax expense of $10,316.18, that's going to give me that number. So I'll do that quickly. I get 80,522.57. All right, we better stop. We made hay today. Wouldn't you say?